Hi guys, it's Sarah and I am here with my second layout using the Cheeky Studio products that I got for the month of May, and this time I'm going to be using some Easter products, but I'm not going to be making an Easter layout. So I'm going to show you how you can use some of these things. I'm even going to use a little bunny rabbit, but I'm not doing anything about Easter. So I wanted to kind of show you that so that you guys can think about how to stretch your products a little bit. You don't have to use them for the exact theme that they are intended for. All right, so I am going to be scrapbooking about a cute little bookstore in Santa Fe that we visited when we were there for the weekend, and it's called the Hive, and it's really super cute. And I took inspiration from the Easter products because I really like the colors with the blues and the kind of browns and a little bit of yellow. And I found this piece of paper from Jelly Bean Soup in my stash, so I'm going to use this as a little rectangle towards the bottom. And I am just measuring out how big I want my pictures, or how big I want the piece of paper to go. So I'm going to go ahead and put my pictures on some white cardstock. And then I'm going to use this for a mat. And this 4x6 picture there is of Kaylin sitting in a chair looking at the back of a book while we were there. And this one is of one of the bookshelves from the store. And it was just the cutest little independent store. I think it was inside an old house. It was just adorable. And then I have a tag there that has gold foil triangles on it. So I thought that was cute. And I'm going to go ahead and cut down this paper for my triangle and kind of space everything out here to make sure everything's going to fit. And then on the top, I found the Studio Calico paper. And the reason I use this is because it has octagons on it, or is it octagons? Whatever like a beehive looks like, or like the honeycomb type things. I can't remember if those are octagons or not, but they look exactly like a bee thing. So I thought that was perfect, obviously. So I cut down that and I'm going to put it up on the top here. So I'm going to have two different layers there. They're not exactly even, the bottom's a little bit bigger, but I took it over to my sewing machine and I sewed around the edges of each one just to give it a little bit more of a texture there. And now I'm pulling all the string through to the back so that I can put it down with washi tape and then cut those extra strings off. So that's what I'm doing here. And it's very subtle because I used white thread. So it's not, super noticeable, but when you're looking at it in person, you really can see it. And it's not straight because I'm not a straight sewer, and it's totally fine. As you can see, I actually cover up one of the parts that's pretty crooked, but it's all right. I'm not worried about it. Okay, so now I'm gonna put everything down and figure out where I want it all to go. I have that business card from the bookstore as well that I picked up while we were there. So I'm going to use that on here too. I'm just cutting it down a little bit so it's a little bit more even. And I'm going to go ahead and work on my title. I'm going to use these thickers here. I think these are called Alley, and it's a really pretty light blue. And my title is just going to be the name of the store. So it's going to be the Beehive, and I'm going to put the in lower caps, and then the Beehive is going to be in capital letters. And I have this washi tape here that has clouds and hearts on it. It's one of my favorite washis. It's just so adorable, and I thought it worked really well with this theme here. So I'm going to put that down and then go ahead and get my pictures and all of these things down here as well. And I'm going to use some twine. This twine actually came with the Cheeky Studio kits. It was tied up to keep my kit together. So I keep that kind of stuff, so maybe I can use it, and I did on this one. And now I'm going to take out my die cuts and see what I want to use. I really wanted to use this little bunny that's inside of a hot air balloon. I thought that was just adorable. I really like the way it looks right there next to the business card. And I really thought that went well with a book, like a cute little bookstore theme. And I'm going to pull out some leaves here as well and stick them on either side of my pictures. I'm sorry I'm a little bit off camera towards the bottom here. I will move it up in just a second. And I have the banner up at the top there as well, just to kind of fill in a little bit of that space up there. And I'm just, you know, going through and I'm seeing what I can take out. And I do have a little cluster on the bottom there that has a banner on it as well, and I will write something on that banner eventually. But I'm just playing around, seeing what I like. Just gonna fuss with it till I like it. All right, so I like it, and I'm gonna go ahead and start putting everything down now, and I'm just using my ATG gun to put it all down. And that hot air balloon one is also going to be a nice little starting point for my title. And I just really like the way that that looks. All right, so move my layout up a little bit here. Sorry, I didn't realize I was out of the frame. Okay, so I got those, and now I'm going to go ahead and stick my title down, and I'm using some quick dry adhesive to do that because these are chipboard thickers, and it just fits really nicely right there. And I'm going to take a couple of these bows from Cheeky, and I'm going to put one on the bottom little basket of the balloon there, and then one on the bottom, just to kind of hide a little bit of the die cuts down there that are kind of sticking out a little bit, just because I had limited space down there. But it ends up helping to kind of cover that up. And I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to draw some journaling lines up here right next to the balloon. And this is where I'm going to do my journaling. And I'm just going to be talking about the bookstore, and you know, I was really happy to be able to find an independent bookstore. You don't see a lot of those anymore. So when I found out that Santa Fe had one, that was one of our first stops. And Kaylin and I both ended up getting a book there. So it was fun. I'm going to go ahead and put this other bow up here. I'm using glue dots to put the bows down since it is a fabric. And then I am going to put my glue dots away and then take them right back out because I'm like, Sarah, you have sequins you're going to put down. What are you doing? But first I'm going to write books on that little banner down there. And then I'm going to get out the sequins here. So I'm going to put sequins in a few different spots. I'm going to put some down here on top of the tag. And then I'm going to put some next to the title. And I'm also going to put some up on the banner up here. And I put two on the ends and then one in the middle where there's kind of a little bit of a gap there. So I just stuck one right there. And then I'm writing the year in there, and then I think I'm done. However, I'm going to come back here in just a second. I go and clean up my desk. And then I see this flare badge that I was like, oh, that would be perfect. And so I go ahead and stick this down here as well. And it has clouds on it, and it's just super adorable. So I'm going to go ahead and stick it down right here. That is not a cheeky flare, but it just went perfectly. So I wanted to make sure I used it. And that is it. So I have some close-ups here for you. Please let me know if you guys have any questions, and make sure you go check out Cheeky Studio. I'll have all the links down below, including a subscriber code that you guys can get 10% off your first order with. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you again soon. Bye.